Hello, do you have a fear of driving on highways? Do you feel panicked and nervous and anxious even at the thought of driving on a highway? If you do, then keep watching this video because I'm going to explain why that is, what you can do to get rid of it, and how it feels when you've got rid of it, which is not necessarily like you might think it's going to feel. So if you don't normally watch my videos, my name's Paul and I'm a driving anxiety expert who works with people all over the world to help them overcome their fear of driving. One of the most common problems I deal with on a day-to-day basis is the fear of driving on highways. Many people have this problem where when they go on a large, fast, open road, they just start to panic and get nervous, they shake. A lot of people want to stay in the far left lane or the far right lane, depending on which country you're in and what the rules are for driving where you are. So why do you have this fear of driving on highways? The reason you've got it is because your subconscious mind is doing what it thinks best to protect you. There is something in your mind which thinks that driving on a highway is bad or dangerous, or that something bad will happen if you do it. So your mind is actually doing its best to protect you. And this is something that's really important to understand. A lot of people come to me for help thinking they must have something wrong with them, or there's some kind of evil part of their mind, or something's holding them back. It's actually the complete opposite. Your mind wants to help you, and it thinks it's helping you by stopping you from driving. But you're probably sitting there thinking, that's silly, my mind's not stopping me, I just can't do it. That's it, that's what it is. Your subconscious mind is holding you back. You won't know that because it all happens subconsciously. That's why I use techniques involving hypnosis and other things to access the subconscious mind and make these changes. So you see, overcoming your fear of driving on freeways or motorways or highways, whatever you call them, wherever you are in the world, is as simple as simply finding why your mind is stopping you from doing this and changing it. Now, it sounds easy and it can be quite easy. You can have this done in as little as 20 minutes, but it normally takes 2 to 3 hours to do. So let me explain how we do this. The first thing we do is to find the cause of the problem. It's actually quite simple to find because what we can do is I'll simply help you go into hypnosis and then I'll say to you, find the cause of the problem. Sounds simple, doesn't it? It's not quite that simple, but it can be quite easy to do. A lot of people worry and stress about, am I going to reveal all my secrets? Is someone going to take over my mind and take control of me? It's nothing like that. It's as simple as if I said to you now, what's the cause of your driving anxiety? And I click my finger like that. Tell me the cause of your driving anxiety now. And you're probably thinking, well, I don't know. Nothing's coming up. But when you do hypnosis and I say, tell me the cause of your driving anxiety now, it'll just be there and you'll have a memory. And many people have what we call this aha moment. And they go, I don't believe it. I'm having this memory when I was a kid and I tripped over a curb and my mum was screaming and this car came to a stop and this man got out and helped me up. There you go. That's what was causing your highway anxiety. Your mind was thinking of this time you were a kid and you tripped over a curb, and it was linking that to this man who got out of the car, and that's how it goes. That's just a quick example, but that's the kind of thing it can be. It's normally something really weird and old and something you haven't thought about for a long time. Because think about it like this. If it was something you could think of easily, you wouldn't have the problem, would you? Because the idea is, once you find what the problem is, and your mind realises, oh, hold on, I've got that wrong, haven't I? Tripping over a curb as a kid, that's got nothing to do with driving on a highway. Oh, sorry, I'll stop giving you the problem. And there you go, problem gone. So that's how we get rid of the problem. That's just one way we can do it. But how does it actually feel to get rid of the problem? This is something that a lot of people get wrong, and it's really important you understand this. I want you to imagine someone who doesn't have any fear of driving on a highway. So think of a friend, or just imagine anyone driving on a highway with no fear whatsoever. Do you think that person gets up in the morning and they're jumping up and down thinking, yes, I'm going to drive on a highway. Well, they don't, do they? The thing is, they just do it without thinking. You see, when you get rid of this fear of driving on highways, many people think they're going to feel ecstatic and happy and be jumping up and down in the air, and they can't understand why they don't feel like that. The thing is, when you overcome the fear of driving, all it really feels like is nothing, because you won't necessarily feel better or happier, you just won't feel the nerves and the anxiety. And it's quite a strange feeling because, yes, I've been through this myself, not with driving anxiety, but with other things. And I know what it feels like when you've had a problem for years and years and years, and then it just goes. The thing is, you're looking for it, and you're waiting for it to happen, but it doesn't. And you don't feel necessarily happier or better, you just don't feel the nerves that you used to. Think of it like when you've got a headache and you take a headache pill. You don't necessarily feel better, it's just a headache goes. And that's a good way of thinking about it. So if you're expecting to feel much better, well, you will in one way because you'll be able to drive on freeways again, but don't expect a feeling of being ecstatic and jumping in the air and fist pumping and screaming, I've done it, I'm driving on a highway. Because sometimes that can happen, but the thing is, you won't necessarily feel that much better, you just won't feel bad. If you want to overcome the fear of driving on highways, driving over bridges, driving at night, or whatever your driving fear is, check out the link in the description and you can book a free consultation call with me where we can talk for about half an hour and see if I can help you with this. Check out the other videos on the screen now for more help with the fear of driving. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon for more videos.